Hello everyone and welcome back to another online music class video. I'm happy to be here to share with you all your Quaver assignments for this week and also some extra assignments that I would like you to complete. So let's get started off with kindergarten, first and second grade. So my screen is going to look completely different than what you see whenever you log into your online Quaver account, but I can still show you what activities you're going to be doing this week. So really quickly, kindergarten, first and second grade, y'all talked about the percussion family last week. And so you're going to start off with a review about that. So let me actually go to the first grade tab. And I'll show you what that's going to look like. So it's also going to talk about the 4 different instrument families. So last week we learned a little bit more about the percussion family. And this week in your lesson, you're going to be watching a Quaver episode about the woodwind family. And I'll get more into that in just a second. So your first screen is going to look like this. And it's going to talk about, it's showing you all the different types of instrument families. And how many are there? You remember, I just said it. That's right. There are 4 different instrument families. So you'll click on this bubble right here that says instrument families. And then it shows us all the different ones: woodwinds, percussion, strings, and brass. And so if you click on each one of those bubbles, you can press play to see what each one sounds like. Before you move on to learn more about the woodwind family, you're going to do what's called a percussion wrangler. So you need to wrangle all the instruments into the correct category. So remember that percussion instruments are any instruments that you hit, shake, or scrape to play. So it's going to have a whole bunch of instruments down here, and you're going to sort them into different categories. Do you hit those instruments? Do you shake those instruments? Or do you scrape those instruments? See? So if you hit the instrument, like maybe a drum, you would drag that into the correct bubble. Now, what if it's something that you could hit or scrape? Maybe you would put it right here where they overlap. So see if you could do those. Next is the woodwind family episode. Now, I don't know if I've told you this, but 3rd graders get a very special opportunity to play a woodwind instrument in music class. I bet some of you already know what I'm talking about. It's this instrument. This is the recorder. And whenever you get into 3rd grade, you get to play this instrument. So in the comments below in your Google Classroom, I wonder if you could tell me what song I'm playing. If you know what song that was, let me know in the comments of your Google Classroom. All right, so more about your Quaver lesson. You're going to watch this episode on the woodwind family, and then you're going to take the woodwind family quirky quiz. Now, kindergarten students do not have to take this quiz. This quiz is just for 1st and 2nd grade. And that's just the quirky quiz. You'll go through the quiz as normal, just like we do in class. Okay, you'll press start, let's go for it, and read the instructions. You'll be able to do it just fine. The last activity, which 3rd grade and 4th grade will also be doing, is the instrument crane. And this is going to show you different instruments, and you're going to sort them into the correct families. So I know we've really only talked about percussion and woodwind family so far in Quaver, but in our music class, we've also talked about the brass family and the strings family. So try to remember what we talked about in class in our activities whenever we were sorting instruments. And you'll just put the instruments into the correct box. I'll show you really quick. Let's see if it'll work. Okay, So the instrument crane will pull out an instrument and it will play what the instrument sounds like. And you have to click the correct box to put that instrument into. So that says flute. And I know, and you probably already know, that that is a woodwind instrument. So you would put it right in there. Super easy, super straightforward. Whenever you get done with that, you submit the lesson. If there's no option to submit and you've completed everything, just don't worry about it. You're done. You can wait till next week's lessons. All right, so third grade, you're going to be learning more about the recorder, and there will be about two 5-minute videos on the types of the recorder and playing notes on the recorder. You're also going to do that instrument crane activity. And one other thing, let's see if I can get into it. You're going to be doing staff champion. So we've played this in class a lot. In fourth grade, you're going to be doing staff champion too. So while this loads, can you tell me what is it that we say to remember the lines of the treble clef staff? It's something about a good boy. I wonder if you remember. Every good boy does fine. What? Sitting on a line. That's right. So remember, whenever you're labeling notes on a staff, you always start at the bottom. So here's my staff. If you're looking at the lines only, every good boy does fine sitting on the line. But wait, this note head, is that on a line or a space? If you said space, you're correct. Now, what is the thing that we say to remember what the spaces of the treble clef are? What is in the space? The face. The face is in the space. If you said F-A-C-E or face, then you're correct. So we know that this note right here on the screen is in a space, so we would count the spaces. F-A-C-E. So now I know that that is E. Once you get it correct, you go on to the next one. Figure it out. Is it a line or a space? That one's on a line. And what do we say? Every good boy does fine. So every good. What does the word good start with? A G. So you know that that is G. We have done this a lot, third and fourth grade. You should know this. This is going to be graded on Quaver. Okay. Now, third grade, then you'll do instrument sort and you'll be done. Fourth grade, you're learning about the ukuleles. Now, the ukuleles, I wonder, can you tell me what instrument family a ukulele would be in? If you said the strings family, you would be correct. So you're going to watch 2 videos, an intro to the ukulele and how to tune a ukulele and the different parts of the ukulele. Now you do also, fourth grade, have 2 extra assignments. You have the staff champion, which is just what I showed third grade, and you have remembering the lines and spaces. So, and you also have a quirky quiz. I'll get to that in a second. So remembering the lines and spaces, this is your special fourth grade challenge. Okay, we know that every good boy does fine, right? I want you to come up with your own saying to remember the lines of the treble clef. So I actually came up with one myself, and it's a little bit silly, but I wrote it down here for you. So EGBDF, I came up with even gators buy delicious fries. I want to see what you can come up with. So you would go to right here to your draw tool, and you can write it in. So I could put mine in. Even gators. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you see, you just use your mouse to draw it in there. Even gators, and then I'll put buy delicious fries. But you got to come up with your own, okay? Let's see what you can come up with. I bet a lot of you are comedians, so I know that you could come up with something silly. All right, then you're going to do fourth grade, you're going to do the staff champion. And then the last one, fourth grade, you're going to do is there is a quirky quiz on the music alphabet. Now, we watched this episode a while back. I just want to see what you remember about the musical alphabet. So just like first and second grade did their quirky quiz, you'll press start and answer the questions the best you can, and then submit your assignment. Okay, so that's your assignments for the week. And everybody at Gaucher Elementary, I challenge you to make or craft your own percussion instrument at home. That's your assignment. That's your fun craft that you're going to do for music this week if you can. So you could make a percussion instrument out of pots and pans in your kitchen and spoons, or look, I have like a pen and a pencil that I could beat on my desk. Or you can make a water bottle maraca. So get an old water bottle, get it out the trash or one that you just used, and fill it with beans or rocks or rice, and use that and shake it like a maraca. All right, so that's it for my video this week. Before I sign off, I want to show you my Google site. So right here is my Google Classroom, well, not my Google Classroom, but my Google site that I made. And I added a new tab of online games and activities. So if you still want some extra stuff to do at home after you finish your Quaver assignments, go to my Google site that I've linked on your Google Classrooms. And you can look, I have all sorts of different music games for you to play. I have this really cool one that's Exploring the London Symphony Orchestra, where you can listen to orchestra performance. Or if you want to practice your rhythms, I have some links here to some YouTube videos that you can watch and practice your tas and toddy rhythms. Okay, so everyone have a wonderful rest of your week. If you have any questions about any of your assignments, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on your Google Classrooms. Comment, say hello. I hope you all stay happy, safe, and healthy during this time, and I cannot wait to see you again. Until next time, stay musical.